Okay. Show me.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, FACCI'S Cinema. Gonna be a good show. Been waiting to do this one for a while. Want to wrap up this SLASHERTOBER Slasher Showdown tournament. Not really, though, because it has been a blast comparing all these movies, pitting them against each other, having amazing guests on throughout this journey. The chat has been fantastic throughout, voting, helping the movies they want to see go forward, move on. And tonight will be no different. We got 8 more matchups tonight to advance to the Killer 8, which the next episode will be the final 8 movies to the very end. There'll be the Killer 8, the Deadly 4, and then the championship series. So that's going to be next week, I believe. I got one special guest lined up for that one, working on to see if I can get any others to join. But tonight, a good buddy of mine, one of the very best, one of the best up-and-coming YouTubers. I don't even know if you can say that because he's just killing it so much right now. His dedication to the channel is fantastic. You guys love him, and I love him. The whole way from Arizona, ladies and gentlemen, Davey the Sexy Muffin Deathray. There he is. Right
What's
there.
happening, Facci? Thank you so much for having me on, Matt. I am pumped. Yeah, it's great to see all the familiar faces hanging out in the chat.
Good stuff. We're going to 8 more matchups. You're no stranger to this. You were on the debut episode, so you're the OG when it comes to this. So glad you agreed to come back on again. October so far has been great. Surprisingly, I've been able to watch a movie a day, which never happens. I didn't think I'd be able to, but I've been watching them one a day and doing my little short reviews, depending on the movie. Some get views, some don't, but it's just easier that way than putting on.
That's how shorts are. Shorts are just, you never know. You could do a short and wake up the next day and it's like, oh, that short got like 600 views while I was sleeping. Like, what happened? It's you just never know. That's why I figure that they're a good, like, little, just a shot in the dark. You just close your eyes and throw the dart and hope it hits the bullseye, you know?
Yep. If you get a couple hundred views, fantastic. If you get 80, whatever. It took 60 seconds to do it. Ain't a big deal.
Yeah.
But they're easy for me to do, obviously. So don't got to edit too much. Just put a couple pictures or whatever. Good enough. Get it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. You just need
say hello to the
solid material.
Like you said, a lot of familiar faces. And we love every single one. We got Lamontre. What's up, buddy? The other horror channel. What's up? Adrian James. We got Eli Cortez. What's going on? Wonderful Brooke, how are you? Saying stab the like button, please do. Helps the channel, kinda. I guess it's what they say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hit that. And if you're watching after the fact, drop a comment down there. That's very helpful as well. So can't forget about those people watching the replay. You know,
we got Dean Renner. What's up, Dean? I know you're getting your channel started over there, buddy. So proud of you for taking the step and going to be doing that. That's awesome. We got Liana. That's a new one. She must be from you because that name's not ringing a bell for me.
Yeah, Liana's been hanging out. She is hilarious and awesome. Yeah, I think we'll have some fun here.
Good. Tonight. Thanks for coming over here. We got Zodiac Z. What's going on, Zodiac? How are you? Rosie, my darling. Always a pleasure.
Rose.
A lot of chit-chatting amongst Aaron Click. What's up, buddy? Gene Whitcomb. How are you?
Gene.
Blu-ray, what's up? Alex, how are you? Good people in here. Good people. Always good people. Glad to see you in here. Hopefully we have a good time. You know, like Corey Cunningham says, you know, it's Halloween. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Except for it's not Halloween, so you know.
Not yet.
Not yet. I don't have my
Corey's
glasses
awesome.
on, so it doesn't work. But whatever. Rowan Campbell's fantastic. Love Rowan Campbell. Chad, what's up, Chad? How are you? All right, guys. You guys know how this works. We got 8 matchups tonight, which means I'm gonna need your help in the chat to vote on these polls. 4 of them are lopsided right now, and then the other 4 are even split. So it's gonna be definitely need your guys' help. And then these 8 movies move on to the last show. So if one of these is your movie, you better vote because it could be eliminated tonight.
It's very important. This is the most important election that we've had.
Yes.
Is this one about these movies?
Yep. These movies are running for president of the slasher, 80 slashers.
Yeah.
So whoever wins,
slashers.
Whoever wins is the president of the 80 slashers. So and these are good candidates. They're good candidates.
Oh, they're great. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't beat them.
They care about the people, you know,
the people killing them or, showing them naked, whatever you want to do. So it's up to the movie. It's all up to the candidate what they want to do. We're not here to judge. Fight the good fight. What's up, buddy? And what is that? Darfalina. That's a new one. They got to be from your channel too. Because I don't know.
I Fight the Good Fight. I've been seeing hanging out. Yeah. I don't know about what's the other one. Let's see here.
Right there.
Darfalina. No, that's that's the first time seeing Darfalina. Yeah, welcome.
Thanks for coming. Allie girl, what's up?
Allie.
Got a good crowd here tonight. Let's kick it off. Let's not keep the people waiting, my friend.
Yeah.
We'll go with one of the ones that's in the lopsided category to kick it off. And we're gonna come with a banger right here. 2 slasher giants going up against each other right here. We have Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. First, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. And let me go ahead and drop it into the chat right now. What?
I think these are both films from 1988 as well.
Yes, they are.
If I remember correctly.
And Halloween 4 is, I don't think it really matters anymore, but it is an 8 seed. And Friday the 13th Part 7 is a 13 seed, ironically.
Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah, by the way, it's really cool. Darfalina says YouTube recommended the video, so I'm new here. So that's awesome that you found us through that. I think that's always a good sign when you're like, sweet, somebody new found the channel through YouTube's recommendation.
That's good. They're doing YouTube doing their job. Thank you, YouTube.
Perfect time of year. Darfalina, you must be a horror fan. This one's a pretty good one because I know The New Blood has like a pretty wild fandom. I really wish that we could watch a cut that wasn't, censored as much as the one that we got is. I think that it would definitely raise that film for me as far as enjoyment goes. And then Halloween, it's like a lot of people say it's, their favorite after the original. I think Halloween 4 gets a lot of love. I was over on Wolfman's Got Nards this weekend talking about how I think it's kind of overrated within the community. So this is a good battle here. Man, I don't know. I fell in the New Blood was like the first Friday the 13th film I really fell in love with. I love the look of Jason in that movie. And Michael in Part 4 just only looks good in a few different shots. There's only a few shots where he really works for me. But I do think that H4 is I would say the better movie. If I'm putting these two against each other,
Let's see. Oh, the chat is creating a lopsided vote. Kind of the way I thought it was going to go, to be honest. Halloween 4, it's one of the most beloved in the franchise. A lot of people's favorite sequel. Basically kind of a soft reboot of the original, technically.
Yeah.
If we're being honest. He escapes, goes after a family member. I mean, she wasn't related in the first one, technically, until the second. But you get it. Same kind of deal. So a lot of people are coming around to the mask. I know a lot of people still hate it. I get it. I understand. It's very white, extremely white.
It's almost like shapeless. Like it seems very flimsy. When he puts it on, it's like stretching. When he's in the You know,
Like,
it's so there's
stretching
just
it
a
out.
lot of there's that look. Even the shot when Bucky's like, "What the hell are you doing back there?" The shot of Michael, he's like, "Mm." He just looks sort of like flat faced. But yeah, I mean, at some point we'll see the version where they've done a deep fake and they put in the Nick Castle face and mask.
Ooh,
You know,
that would look
it
good.
would be interesting to see that. There are shots in the Meeker house where I do think the mask works. You know, with the blue lighting and everything, it's all about how you light it. There are a couple of those shots where it works for me. But even the shoulder pads is kind of weird too.
No, they're not.
I think maybe people just sort of like see past it. You know, it's like
There you
it's
go.
the people. It's like loving H2O. You have to see past the mask in H2O
That's a
as
good
well.
point, Eli. That's a good
Zeke
point.
the plumber. Oh my
Does kinda
god,
look
I
like
love Zeke the plumber.
Zeke the plumber.
Oh man, I love Salute Your Shorts.
Such a
What a
oh
show!
my gosh, that
What a
episode
show!
is iconic.
And kind
Absolutely
of
love it.
creepy. Kind of freaked the hell out of me.
It is pretty creepy for a Nickelodeon
Like
little Halloween
as a
special.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, I was pretty freaked out.
She's like, I wanted to play ball. I didn't want to go to a ball. You can dance here forever.
Yeah,
Dancing
it's
with
got
a
that.
plunger. It's good stuff.
It's got that. Are you afraid of the dark? Kind of weird. You know, something ain't right kind of vibe.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? I love that show.
Yeah,
Oh my heart.
what a
Let's see.
show.
So
Liana says Michael looked like he wanted to speak to a manager.
the male version of Karen. That's what he was all about.
You watch it, Bucky.
You stay right there. Don't you even think about leaving.
Yeah.
But he fucking throws him on the power lines.
It's so great. It's so
flies,
great. It's like
man.
a WWF move.
Hey, the scenes at the Meeker house they're pretty badass when he's fighting Brady and he breaks his neck. Good crunchiness in that one.
Yeah, and then there's that shot where like the officer like thinks he sees him down the hallway and he like steps out of the light just in time. So there is a nice, cool, you know, sort of reminiscent, excuse me, to a few of the shots in the original film where you're like, is he there? And then he's gone the next time you see him.
And then when it comes to Friday the 13th Part 7, Jason's look is fantastic.
Oh my god, yeah.
But other than that, I really don't enjoy that movie, to be honest. Kills are weak, obviously, because the MPAA messed it all up. I don't like the characters in that movie. Tina's fine. I mean, if that was a real situation, she could have killed Jason in like 2 seconds, obviously, with her powers.
And I think the acting, our leads aren't. I think the other actors might be better than the leads. You know, like the bitchy girl, Melissa or whatever, like she's great. She's a top-notch slasher movie jerk, you know.
She gets it. She gets it.
But our leads just feel a little stiff, the teen leads. I think you know, what's his face, Dr. Cruz. I'm trying to think of the actor's name right now, but it's slipping me. But he's is it Terry something?
Terry Kaiser.
There you go. He's really good, and the mom is fine. But yeah, I mean, I think you hit it right on the head. It's like the best thing about this movie is the way that Jason looks, and that's kind of where like the glowing positives end. Yeah. You know,
Blu-ray. You're not wrong because I can't think of Tina. What the hell was Tina's boyfriend's name? What was his name?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he was definitely in soap operas.
He was,
right?
Yeah. It was on Days of Our Lives. No, I don't watch it, but my wife does. So
my mom watched that when I was a kid. That was like the one soap opera I saw as a kid.
So I'm gonna go with Halloween 4. It's pretty obvious for me. And you're going Halloween 4. And I'll end the poll in the chat. Definitely lopsided. 94% to 6.
Oh man.
Halloween 4. So that's a good old
landslide
sweep for Halloween 4. Alex says if you like pointless scenes of characters running into the woods, and you can't do better than Friday Part 7.
Yeah. Well, and Fight the Good Fight makes a good point. I do think the premise isn't the worst premise. It's just, you know, you hire a special effects wizard to direct the movie, and then the MPAA cuts all the kills. So I would say even if the kills if they were able to restore those, I'm sure that this one would be higher up most people's lists. But it's basically cut for TV except for nudity, you know?
Yeah. The stoner chick. And then there's somebody else? Or just her?
I don't know. I think it might just be her.
I think it's be her. Then the other girl's
Oh,
trying to spruce
but
herself
she's
up.
enough. Yes, man, that's a good tense scene right there. I do like that scene where
in the
Jason
barn,
like sees her through the she sees him through the crack in the wood, and he totally sees her and tries to play it up like he didn't. A little playful Jason there.
about the best part, honestly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, takes care of that one. I think this next one's going to be another easy one as well. So we're going to go ahead and put up. If I can, there it is. I think this one's going to be an easy one. We have the original Maniac versus Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. I think this is going to be an obvious choice, but
yeah,
got to put it in the chat. Got to do it.
Yeah. That's the fun thing about seeing how the tournament shakes down towards the end, because you've got like two totally different kinds of slashers here,
big time. And Dream Warriors is a 3 seed, and Maniac is a 7.
Oh wow! All right,
and it is in the chat. And
yeah,
I'll let the guy who. Oh wait, no, you like Nightmare, but you're not. That's not your favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I would say out of the big three, it's my least favorite, but I still enjoy it. It's just Halloween and Friday, so much fun.
Yeah, I'm not a Nightmare guy either, but in the instance of Dream Warriors versus Maniac,
yeah,
Maniac's a good movie. It is a good movie. It's creepy. It's dirty. It's gross. The kills they're good. Tom Savini, they're good.
Yeah.
I mean, the killer guy's kind of gross. He's like, I just assume he's very smelly and reeks of body odor. And just that's how I think of it.
Yeah, Maniac is just so much more visceral, kind of real feeling. There's there's a darkness there to it that, even though Dream Warriors is like bloody and has all those gore effects, there's something about Freddy that just seems like a bit more surreal and not as dark a bit. And especially, you're sort of entering that MTV era of Freddy here, where he's a lot like he's already leaning into the jokes quite a bit, in this film. But Dream Warriors is so much damn fun, and it goes by like it's a movie that's easy to watch. Like, I really like movies that just do that, like just sort of get to it. Patricia Arquette is like really, really good. You can tell that she's going to be a star after this film, and it's nice to see Heather Langenkamp come back as well.
Like I said, I'm not a Freddy guy. Dream Warriors is not the top of my franchise like most people. I'm a Dream Master guy myself, but
it's good.
Soundtrack to Dream Warriors is great. Characters are very, very interesting. It's a lot more of a fun watch compared to Maniac.
Yeah, that's for sure.
like if I got both the movies sitting there and I can only watch one of them, I'm gonna go with the one that's more enjoyable to watch.
You gotta be in the right mood for Maniac. It's like a special kind of like, man, I'm just sort of pissed off at the world, I'm gonna throw on Maniac. Whereas I
want to scalp some ladies and put them on mannequins in my bedroom. Which I don't have any mannequins in my bedroom, I promise.
Yeah, right, it is more like a character study for sure.
The remake,
like Blu-ray Addict says that Maniac. Yeah, that's an uncomfortable one too.
Yeah, Elijah Wood does it. Elijah Wood's good in that movie. He really is.
Yeah, and a little more unassuming. They kind of went like against type as far as like, he's not like a beastly kind of guy like Joe Spinell was in the original, but still very capable. I think the remake was pretty good, and I got to go with you on this one. Like, I pick Dream Warriors if I'm thinking what between these two movies, which one am I going to put on and have more of a fun time with? It's got that kind of that really cool like 80s, like they're almost like an adventure kind of feel, even though it just pretty much takes place at that location. Like, every character's got their strengths. I really like the idea. Like, if there's one thing that I would have liked to have seen more of, it's them like using their special abilities like in the dream world, because I feel like we just get a taste of that. And to me, it's like that's like a big part of what sort of becomes the lore in the next couple of movies.
That's a good point.
And yeah, the characters here, you know, even Bill Maher in there. I know it's not really him, but what's his name? The doctor guy. He's pretty all right as well. I love that scene with John Saxon in the bar where he's just like completely wasted. And the doctor has to sort of get tough with him a little bit. Yeah, that's this has got a great climax. I like how the climax has, you know, two different, you know, the people in the dream realm and the people in the real world, like, and they're slowly converging. They're about to, like, they both need to do their part of the job to take care of Freddy, at least for this movie, because we all know that Freddy's going to be back.
I forget, honestly, I don't really remember. How does Freddy die in this one? I don't remember.
Don't they
It's not the reflection one, right? That's part 4, isn't it?
Yeah, they like bring him into the junkyard. I think they bring him back to the real world.
I don't remember.
Something like that.
I don't watch them movies near enough to know.
And there's literally like a spot where the bones come to life, like Jason and the Argonauts, like an old Ray Harryhausen thing, and they like fight Freddy's bones.
Looks ridiculous.
And they have to like pour holy water on it and stuff like that. So there's like a religious element that comes in there as well. Okay. Yeah, Brooks does put holy water on his bones.
Thanks, Brooke. And Dean says, who doesn't love a satisfying climax? And you're not wrong.
A very satisfying climax.
Yes, the dog pissing on him to bring him back. Yes.
That's part 4. That's in part 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's realistic. That's exactly how people come back. So I'm down.
Yeah, it is. That is a really odd decision there. Kind of reminds me of how they bring back like Dracula and all those Hammer movies. It's always something really silly. Like it's like the one thing they didn't want to spend any time thinking about. You know, we're just gonna bring him back.
They're throwing the freaking ideas on the wall. How can we bring Freddy back this time? How about flaming dog piss? And like, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Damn it.
It's bizarre. I want to know the backstory on that dog. Was that Freddy's dog? Is that why? Is he some sort of demon dog?
Somebody took him in and he finally found his owner.
He's just a demon dog.
Avery, what's going on? And Dave Vanderhoff, what's up, Dave? Tough loss yesterday, my man. Tough loss. We didn't look that good. Not at all. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
It happens. At least they battled back.
Game.
Only lost by 7, so it is what it is. All right. Let's see. Okay, that's a lopsided pull as well. We kind of figured. Dream Warriors wins 89% to 11%. I picked Dream Warriors. So do you.
Yeah.
5-0. Another sweep. I know what you guys are thinking. These are terrible matchups for, you know, the Slasher 16. We're getting to the good ones. We're building up. All right, let me get rid of that one.
Some of them are just going to be that way, right? Dean was one of the 10%. All right, hell yeah.
Huge fan bases, you know, for some of these movies compared to other ones.
Yeah.
We'll spice it up. We'll go with a 1-1 matchup right now. I'm saving that one for last. We'll go with this one. This is a fun one. We got Sleepaway Camp 2 versus Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is an interesting one. These two are still hanging around.
That is wild.
I know.
That is wild.
And the original Sleepaway Camp is gone. So that is very wild.
Man.
All right. And let me see. Sleepaway Camp 2 is actually a 4 seed, surprisingly. Had good reviews. And Silent Night, Deadly Night is a 9 seed.
All right.
A little bit of Christmas horror. And if you're into Christmas horror, go see It's Me. Watch It's Me Billy Chapter 2.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I need to watch that again and finally shoot my review. I've just been this whole weekend went by I
haven't done mine either yet.
So damn quick. Yeah.
Did you go see Terrifier 3 or not yet? Or you don't even
I have not yet. I'm sort of like, I don't know. I'm like, I thought about going and seeing it and reviewing it and everything because I reviewed the others. I could probably review that one pretty quick. I don't know. I'm just back and forth on it. Guys, I need you to let me know in the chat. Should I watch Terrifier 3 and do a review? Does anyone want to see that? Because if not,
they're gonna say
I just won't spend my time.
I wanted to go see it this past weekend. Wasn't able to. I honestly don't know if I probably won't be able to go see it this weekend either. So by the time I see it, it'll be old news because I think Smile 2 comes out this weekend. So that'll be the hot topic this weekend instead. So,
I mean, I was even thinking, I'm like, I could go watch it tonight or tomorrow night because there's about 25 minutes away from me. I can go catch a screening. So it's really not so bad. It's just like, do I want to be the one guy at 9:15 watching Terrifier 3 in the Harkins by himself on a Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday night?
It was playing at my theater because I was talking to one of the managers today, and they're like, it's probably like they had to call the cops on the crowd. People were smoking weed in the theater. I was like, really?
Whoa!
Because
you live in a
Terrifier 3. They're in there.
Yeah, you live in a rock and roll town.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
people don't even know what it is. Probably, what the fuck is this movie about a clown?
I've hit my pen in the theater, but I'm very discreet about it. I don't sit there and like blow clouds or nothing.
Everyone's fucking high watching art do some shit.
I mean, I guess there is that element. I mean, man, the people that really love Terrifier, I'm not saying that everyone is like that, but it takes a certain style, a certain way of life, to really, really embrace that. So maybe they're just being a bit crazier with it,
Crazy with the stick. Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Well, back to the topic at hand, because we got a little tangent. Sleepaway Camp 2 versus Silent Night, Deadly Night. I've said this many times. I'm a Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 guy. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I am. It gives me a recap of the first one, and I get Ricky acting like a weirdo. So
and you get Garbage Day.
And you get Garbage Day. You can't beat it. So I don't really honestly rewatch Part 1. I just go to Part 2 and watch that one. But Sleepaway Camp 2, I watched it the first time. I thought it was terrible. I did not like it at all. And then I rewatched it. And it's fun. It is a fun, campy camp slasher, obviously. Definitely way different tone than the original. This goes for way more of the fun-ass tone. Obviously, Angela is played by somebody else. So, which is fine. She does a good... something Springsteen? How's her... I can't think of her first name.
Yeah, she's Bruce Springsteen's sister. It's wild.
I like it. The kills are bonkers. They don't make any sense, but she dresses up as Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, I think, in there. Once I saw it, I was hooked.
Yeah, it's like a little bit self-aware there, for sure.
So it's a montage. So me personally, I would go my vote with Sleepaway Camp 2.
And I think I'm gonna go Silent Night, Deadly Night because I think we need all the Christmas horror fun that we can get. So I think they're really evenly matched. I mean, shit, and the poll is 50-50 right now. That's incredible.
Oh shit.
I do appreciate that Sleepaway Camp's got a little bit of that like fun tongue-in-cheek kind of vibe. Silent Night, Deadly Night, though, I think it just gets the edge because there's just something so special about seeing a Christmas slasher. I don't know. I gotta give it the nod.
Yep, Santa just ripping a girl's shirt off in the middle of the street. I mean, you just can't beat it. That's what we pay for. We pay money for that.
Exactly. I mean, talk about controversy. You think that Terrifier 3 was controversial? Like, not compared to these Santa killing people movies from the 80s. Like, there were like, parents that had nothing to do that made this their job, like back then, to just like disrupt this movie.
Whoa. Blu-ray. What? Is it really? Terrifier 3 is on YouTube right now. Someone uploaded the whole movie.
No way.
And it didn't get taken off?
That would be crazy. I'm looking right now just to see, just out of curiosity.
Because, I mean, I have a website where I watch my movies that I shouldn't be allowed to watch, but it was on there, but I couldn't get it to pull up. And then also, it depends because I'm not really one to sit there and watch a movie from somebody's camcorder. I'm not about that. Like,
sure. Unless they have an on it, like a legit screener or something, right? Because I don't see it here, so I'm not seeing it at first blush. Maybe they took it down. Maybe it was up for a little bit.
I'd imagine you would think they'd have to.
Yeah.
Let me see. I gotta talk. Fight the Good Fight says, Christmas Bloody Christmas was better than I thought it was gonna be. I was on the opposite side of the tracks on that one. I did not have a good time. The Christmas aesthetic was good, but I did not like the movie.
Is that the one with like the robot Santa or something?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that one. It
was a little better second watch, but it's like you said, there's not a lot of Christmas horror movies, so you're probably gonna watch it anyway, even if it's not the greatest. But I didn't think it was that great. But you went Silent Night, Deadly Night. I went Sleepaway Camp 2. YouTube and Instagram were split, and now I'm gonna end the poll because the 50-50 split is over.
There it is.
And the winner is Sleepaway Camp 2. 53% to 47%. One that came down to the chat. So good job, chat.
We couldn't do it without you guys. And way to go, Sleepaway Camp 2. You're advancing to the next round where you're probably going to get your ass beat, I would imagine.
We'll see. Sleepaway Camp 2 made it to the Killer 8. Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
It's a Cinderella story, even though it's a 4 seed, so it's not really that Cinderella.
Cinderella story.
Oh my, you're right. Fight the Good Fight, the best going down scene in a horror movie. That guy's down there for like an hour. The fucking runtime's still going. He's still down on her. Like, what is going on? People are dying.
Something's wrong. Like, give me a tap if it's not working. If the train isn't getting to the station, then just, let's cut our losses, lady.
No skills. They were drunk too, so that didn't help them.
You have to be passionate about it. You have to really get after it when you're down there between those legs. You know what I mean? You got to really want it.
You're talking about the fried chicken, right? Because that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Like if you're down between the legs, you're eating the breast and the wings and all that good.
The whole thing.
That's what we're talking about, people. Not
crack it open.
Not women, at all. Ew, gross. Let's see. Okay, that's a good one. That was a good one. 3 moved on. 5 more to go. Wait a minute. That movie didn't get eliminated yet? Why is this on here? That is not the right one. I think I fucked up.
Oh, shit.
Give me a second. I think I'm missing.
You're going to have to go through the footage of the older episodes. We'll figure it out.
I know which one I'm missing. Yeah. I'm just going to have to tell you guys what it is because I don't have the picture of it.
All right.
Probably because it's breaking my heart to even talk about it on here. So, okay, let's get this over with. Nightmare on Elm Street, the original versus My Baby, My Bloody Valentine. Break my heart. Let's do it. Everybody just break it because it's getting broken. Right?
Yeah. I would say so. Yeah. I do. I really do enjoy My Bloody Valentine, though. I enjoy the original over the remake for sure. I think there's like more fun characters and, better acting overall and everything like that. I love the like mining town aesthetic. I think it's one of those. It's just a shame we never got a franchise. And I know. Is it Blumhouse that's bringing it back? I think. Are they the ones bringing it back?
Yes. Yep.
So I hope that they're able to find a way to sort of make it all make sense so we finally can get, an actual series of films because I think the look is so damn iconic. But I really do, that first Nightmare on Elm Street movie is something pretty special. I think it's just so different, hadn't seen anything like it before. So I think I would give the original Nightmare on Elm Street the nod, but I think My Bloody Valentine's great.
Okay,
that is a heartbreaker.
Let's go ahead and destroy this one. Yeah, My Bloody Valentine for me all day, twice on Sundays. I don't want to say it again, but I'm not a Nightmare on Elm Street guy, so I don't really care that much. My Bloody Valentine, I love the mine aesthetic, like you said. I love the look of the killer, very unique. I like the characters; they feel like real people that are actually friends. Grew up in like a blue collar area, so the movie kind of hit. I'm related to that as well. Obviously, Freddy Krueger's iconic. Clearly, Robert Englund's fantastic. Dream sequences are amazing. Music's great, but I just have such a good time with My Bloody Valentine. So I'm the lone vote.
It's a tough one, man. It's tough.
Wow. It's so boring with unlikable characters.
Oh, well, that's okay that you feel that way, Raymond. I enjoy it. I don't want, I'll watch it once a year around Valentine's Day. So it's not something I revisit multiple times a year.
Oh, yeah,
And,
me either.
compared to the other Valentine's Day movies we have, like Valentine and the My Bloody Valentine remake, I would take the original. And I'm sure I'm missing other Valentine's movies as well.
Many.
But
there's not many.
Yeah. I see Jamie Hart hanging out there in the chat. How you doing, Jamie?
Dean says, but there's a heart in a box.
Yeah,
there is. But me personally, I prefer a dick in a box. But that's just me. It's all, once again, personal preference. Whatever you guys are into, I respect it. So.
And I think, man, it's too bad. Valentine could have been something really fun, but they went this whole like safe WB route.
I was just gonna say that.
There's certain shots of that killer in the movie that work really well. Like, I think the look is good. It's just like,
it's a boring movie. They just got a bunch of pretty people and slapped them in a movie and put a killer with a mask on.
David Boreanaz cannot act. Like, he's fine in TV shows. He's okay or whatever, but I feel the same way about Jensen Ackles. It's like you put these guys in movies and they just stick out like sore thumbs. Like their chops are just not up to the level of film. I'm just, I hate to be a dick. It's just the way I feel.
Hey, Leona knows what I'm talking about. Wise enough to know when a gift needs given, because they're second to none. It's a good song. You're rocking Dick in a Box. I love it. Andy Samberg, Justin Timberlake. Oh, it's good
love
stuff.
It.
All right, let me end the poll. Let's get rid of the misery.
Yeah.
Okay. It's already down 2-0. Chat's 81% to 19%. Nightmare on Elm Street. You went Nightmare on Elm Street. I went My Bloody Valentine. Nightmare on Elm Street. Moving on. Not much of a shocker.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Zodiac Z. Miss Nude America is on. Who cares what she said? Johnny Depp, sexy bitch, wearing that little jersey shirt. Look at that. Nice.
Little crop top.
Yep. They're coming back. These kids these days wear that kind of shit. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? But
yeah.
Whatever.
It was the look, man. Even Bill from Bill and Ted's wears the crop top, like inside out sweatshirt,
Bill and Ted, mate. Good movie. I never seen the last of the new one, though.
I still need to see that one. It's funny. I own it, but I haven't watched it yet. But I love the first two. I think the first two are great.
Me too. Let me see if I'm missing anything in the chat. Just going back up through. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jamie. I've had a totally messed up evening. My son hit a deer, so lots of stress tonight. He's not happy about his car. I don't blame him. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. I've hit a deer myself before, and I felt really bad for killing a deer.
That's why like driving at night always stresses me out.
Me too.
Because I'm like, it's so much easier to see that stuff like coming during the day,
What's up, Fluff? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good night. Aaron Click says most of us like My Bloody Valentine though, so know that, Fauci. I do. Yeah. I do. I knew it wasn't gonna win, so have to suck it up and just deal with it.
It is Moving a great revenge whodunit slasher. It stands tall.
It does. What do we got? Okay, we'll go. We'll go with this one. We have Friday the 13th Part 2 versus Psycho 2. Excellent sequels. So
yeah,
we'll see how this one fares. I'm dropping it in the chat right now.
And this one is tough. I love Friday the 13th Part 2 so much. It's just so much damn fun to me.
Psycho 2 is a 3 seed, and Friday the 13th Part 2 is a 10.
Yeah, and Psycho 2 it's just such a nice examination, and just a bit of I love sequels that don't like rehash every little thing, so I like the different sort of change on perspective. I think I got to go Friday the 13th Part 2 here, though, because I really do love Ginny. I like Sackhead Jason, too. There's some shots of him running in the woods that just creeps the hell out of me in that movie. And this movie, I'll just say it's got some great 80s nudity as well. So I think I gotta give it to Friday the 13th Part 2. It's just so much damn fun. To me, it outdoes the original. And I guess you could say that about Psycho 2 as well, because I'm pretty lukewarm on the first Psycho.
Me too.
I would say. So this is a really good matchup here.
Yeah, fight. I gotta say this though. Fight the Good Fight says, remember the giant Jinko jeans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had those.
Yeah, when I was in high school, that's what the kids were wearing. Not me.
I had some,
but the kids did.
It was a phase. I think I went through every phase. Had the Jinko jeans with a chain wallet, trying to be like a punk rock, jumping up and down at dances. Then turned into a white rapper. Was after that. Big long t-shirts. Yeah, that's
a nice gradual move from Jinko jeans, jumping at dances, to being a white rapper. That's a nice,
Yeah, I was went through a lot of phases. Then after late high school, early college, then it was more of the emo, punk, I guess, kind of things like Simple Plan, all the shit you hate. So that kind of stuff.
And I did the punk thing like in middle school and high school. So I did wear the chain wallet, but I didn't wear Jinkos. I just wore, jeans that were a little baggy, but not too baggy.
Yeah. So a lot of phases. And now I just
that's whatever. How it is. Yeah.
Now I'm just whatever. Let's see what we got here. Going through the chat. Sackhead, Jason is my boy. Psycho 2 is fantastic, but Friday the 13th 2 is special. Brother Fluff says Ginny is okay, even if she needs a diaper.
Yeah, she pisses her pants because of a rat.
Yeah,
it's pretty weak, Ginny. It's pretty weak sauce.
Matt looks like he could have been a break dancer, says Eli. I don't know about all that. Maybe it wouldn't look pretty. It would not look pretty, but yeah. Hot Topic days. I didn't wear the Hot Topic clothes though. I didn't wear that stuff.
But they probably sell that shirt that you're wearing at Hot Topic. They probably have the Friday the 13th shirt there,
I don't even have a Hot Topic because ours closed because nobody shopped there. So there you go.
Yeah. The best thing about Hot Topic nowadays is the record selection. They don't have a lot there, but you can find some special colored vinyl. So
there you go.
Just keep that in mind.
Frank Riker dropping a little super chat action in here, buddy. Thanks, Frank. Oops,
yeah,
I clicked on the wrong channel. Yeah. You made fun of me during your last live stream, so appreciate it. Darren was trying to help promote me, and you were making fun of me. So thanks, Frank. Appreciate it very much. And
here's $2, baby, because it's all you're worth.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're gonna get one of these, Frank Riker. So suck on this. Fuck.
Oh, I love it.
That's what you get for making fun of me, even though you weren't making fun of me. But we'll go with it. You just don't watch the channel, even though here you are in the chat. So thank you, Frank, for dropping in. There's no Scream talk, so you don't have to worry about any of that. No Scream talk here. Not
there
tonight.
You go. I like Aaron Click is saying unsubbing both channels for the Psycho 2 versus Psycho opinions. I like so much more. Like there's other Hitchcock movies I've seen that I think are way better than Psycho. Nothing against Psycho. I just like I like his other movies quite a bit more, I would say.
I'm just not a big fan of Psycho. I know I got talked about that before because I don't like old movies. I don't like black and white. And honestly, I don't. It's all preference, obviously, and I just don't care to watch them. So, yeah.
I would say like Peeping Tom is better than Psycho. I think they came out the same year. Peeping Tom is in color. It's really good if you haven't seen it. It's crazy to watch Peeping Tom and think, wow, this is how they did a slasher like before slashers were a thing, because it really sort of like makes you empathize with the villain. Like you feel something for him. So it's pretty unique in that way.
Eli says, has any Walmart updated their horror section today? Grab some cool stuff. Did they? I was at my Walmart today. I mean, I saw a couple more steel books, but
man, Walmart and Target, like you can find some really like exclusive, little items there, depending on what you're looking for. Especially if you're a vinyl guy like me, they each have like their special colored vinyl. That's kind of fun to get into.
all these other Walmarts, I've seen all the people showing the bloody disgusting section, and my Walmart doesn't even have one. So I didn't even get to ever see it. What a rip. I kept waiting for him to put it in. I was like, maybe they're waiting until Halloween. Nope, never came. So
yeah.
Didn't get any of that cool stuff that I seen around. Frank says Matt and Davey just don't like black and white Bush. And I don't blame you.
And I like black and white movies just fine. I mean, like, just depending on what it is. I think sometimes when you shoot in black and white, there's a certain benefit to it if you know what you're doing. Like, I'd take the original Night of the Living Dead like over the remake, and I've never watched like a colorized version of it. But yeah, I mean, different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah, sometimes one hand, sometimes two. Moving on to the next. This is a disgusting show. We're done.
Oh, you got to give yourself a stranger every now and then. You know what I mean?
Who is this? Oh my gosh, it's me. No, I'm gonna end the poll. You said Friday. I say Friday.
Yeah.
YouTube and Instagram said Friday, and the poll in the chat also said Friday. The 13th. What's the score? 64% to 36. So another sweep. Friday.
See ya, Normie.
Sackhead Jason's in the killer 8. Way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sack.
Muffin.
Like, I think was that you that said that before? I know a lot of people have. One of the greatest transitions in cinema when it goes from the freaking dog to a hot dog cooking on the fire.
Yeah, that's great. That is some good stuff. And then, right there. I don't think Muffin makes it out because that whole end sequence where they find where Muffin scratches at the door, that's a dream.
It is.
So I think Jason kills and eats Muffin.
Frank says bunch of sack lovers in here. Leona says he's an animal in the sack.
Yeah. Talk about, you were saying you think that the maniac would smell. What about the inside of that sack?
Oh.
It's like smells worse than a cast when you take off a cast.
Aaron,
it's just the word. It smells worse than the stuff in your belly button.
Your belly button. Come on, nobody eats that. Aaron Click says you're all so predictable.
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit.
And I kind of am.
Yeah.
But then again, people thought I would love Terrifier, too, and I was like, man, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, there you go. I switched the narrative. Just rewatched it again. Still feel the same way, pretty much. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
It's a little long. Drags a little bit for me.
It's very long. Yeah. I mean, there's no debating that one.
20 minutes could have been shaved, which is probably why the new one is 15 to 20 minutes shorter than the second one.
I think so, but still incredibly long for a slasher. Hour 45. Come on, people. Let's get with it.
I was going to say, I think the first one was an hour and 40, if I'm not mistaken. I think the first one was.
Like, hire an editor. Let's get going.
Yeah, I don't need to see people walking around doing. I mean, I'll watch Sienna do whatever she's doing in Terrifier 2 all damn day long, but cut the other crap. Just show her.
Yeah.
She's the best part. That's the plot of the movie, Sienna.
That is the plot. Her in that outfit.
For dudes. That's it. What smells worse? Okay. Oh, wait, where to go? Here we go. What smells worse, Jason's sack or his shack toilet?
Man, I'd imagine the whole shack's got to reek pretty bad, right? He's got a whole bunch of bodies in there, including his mom's.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So I don't even know if you would even be able to tell that the toilet smelled. It is interesting, though, did he just dig out a pit and he's just got a toilet floating over a pit? Is that what happened there?
It never goes away. It just fills up.
But his mask must smell so gross. I remember, during the pandemic and everything, I was like, man, this is just smelling like my coffee breath, like every second, So I would imagine that sack's got to be pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
That's a barfer right there. You put on that sack, you're barfing right away.
And Fluff, I don't recall this situation in this message, but I don't remember a grandma in 9th grade. Maybe I was drunk. I don't know what the hell was going on.
Wow.
Don't ever say that again. Ever. And Alley Girl says Sienna is a smoke show. Yes.
A little bit.
Okay. Let's see. Moving right along. Let me get rid of that one. that one went the way I wanted it to go. So we're doing good. At least I got one of my movies here riding along. We got 3 more to go. And somebody asked about Child's Play, so I'll give you the Child's Play one right now. We have the original Friday the 13th, which a lot of people don't like very much, versus the OG Child's Play. I kind of don't know where this one's going to go, so you guys are going to have to tell me.
Yeah, I've warmed up a lot to the first Friday the 13th over the last few years. I think like originally it would have been like in the middle of my ranking, and I think it climbed up a couple spots like when I rewatched them all for the ranking I did, I think back in May. But man, that for the first Child's Play movie is so damn good. Like, I know a lot of people prefer the second. I think the first and second Child's Play movies are really close to each other. I just love that like gritty kind of cop drama aspect of it and everything. And a little bit of that, like, you don't really know what's like, they don't really show their hand too quickly. You know, the audience knows that Charles Lee Ray put his spirit in there, but they don't like show you too much. They still like build up some anticipation there. So I'm gonna go Child's Play here on this one.
Okay, let me go ahead and vote for that. Me, like you said, the original Friday the 13th is growing on me a lot, actually. Like you, it was towards the bottom of my ranking when I first decided to rank the franchise, but the more I watch it, I like it a lot, actually. It's simple. It got good mood and atmosphere. It really does. The camp aesthetic, great. It's dark. That we do get is probably some of the most realistic nighttime lighting that we've seen. The only bad thing is the fact that it's a whodunit who we don't know who done it because we never seen her.
Yeah, they don't earn it in the movie, unfortunately.
The second one definitely did it better than the first. But it's growing on me. We get Kevin Bacon. His kill was fantastic. What the hell's her name? Marcy? I think Marcy's kill in the bathroom with the axe to the head. That looks great. Alice is a terrible final girl, though. I mean, I don't know if it's her fault, but we don't need to see her make tea or whatever she's doing.
It's the writing's fault, right?
It's just not good.
I do love that when she opens up the door and you've got like Bing Crosby's son is like all stuck to the door with all the arrows and just blood all over the place. Like, that's a great shot. That's why I truly believe, like, you know, having an off-screen kill or two in your slasher movie, nothing wrong with it as long as you give us some aftermath or something like that, you know, like give us some part of that. It's okay. It can be a symphony of kills. Not every kill needs to be the over the top see everything kind of kill. And yeah, you're right. The camp mood and vibe and everything, I think it's something that gets forgotten here because Jason isn't the antagonist, so people just automatically like knock this one down. But I do see people saying that it's boring in the chat.
This is kind of a toss up. Jamie Hart says Child's Play bored a 15-year-old her to death. Raymond says he can't get 5 minutes of nap. He can't get past 5 minutes of napping and making coffee. Obviously, talking about Friday. It's kind of like a first Friday bored me to tears. Wow.
Killing a harmless snake, says Frank. That's true. They killed a snake for real. That's pretty rough.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, Jamie, like, yeah, you were bored as a 15-year-old. I think I was like 8 when I saw Child's Play. And to me, it was just like, you know, I was not much older than Andy in the film. And my buddy dolls were like really big at the time. So it was something that like immediately clicked with like the age I was at when I saw it. I was 6 when the movie came out, but I don't think I saw it until like 1990 or something like that. And I just became obsessed with that, you know, series. It kind of, you know, ushered me into, you know, slashers from there.
Buccaneer Bruce, welcome to the chat. Says the first Friday is a really fun movie. I'm coming around to saying that myself, my friend.
Yeah.
I like that terrible cop that comes later and he can't ride his motorcycle very good. That's funny. Keep your mouth shut, Tonto. That's a good scene. I like that.
I know. It's so funny. Like the kids act like they did something wrong. Like all they were doing was being silly and having fun, and they act like they're in trouble when the
I
cop
know.
shows up.
And then we got Child's Play. Came out the year I was born, 1988. I'm a Child's Play 2 guy. Like you said earlier, most people go to that one. I go to that one. Don't really rewatch the first one that often, to be honest. Chucky doesn't really do any Chucky things until 45 minutes into the movie, if not a little longer. So I'm trying to make you think Andy did it, and you're like, get the fuck out of here. We know Andy ain't doing it. You know why? Because Chucky did it. See, Chucky did it. Andy said so.
But I mean, you do get that opening scene, so it is odd that they try to sort of toy with the audience when it's like, well, we know that he, used the voodoo to put his spirit in there. And I think I love that scene. I just love how like rainy and cold Chicago looks.
It does look good.
I think it's like raining in the beginning. Then we get the snow scene where they're outside of what's the guy's name? I can't remember, but Chucky blows up the dude's house.
John. I think it's John.
I think John is the voodoo guy, right? Then he breaks his. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Eddie Caputo. He blows up his house.
Eddie. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I know that he's not as jokey here, but I do think there's something really sinister about Chucky. It's kind of the way I feel about like Freddy. Like in their first movies, there is something like dark about their humor, and then the humor got a little funnier as time went on. So yeah, I gotta go Child's Play here.
Chucky said Aunt Maggie was a real bitch and got what she deserved.
That's amazing.
Shut up, Andy, bitch.
Yeah, that is friggin' hilarious.
Oh my god, where are you going? I gotta find Chucky. Oh man, Mrs. Barkley. Oh, you're just trying to bang the cop. Come on, get real.
I love when she finds out that Chucky's really the doll, and he's like, "You stupid bitch!" He just like,
you fucking slut.
It calls her the way he talks to her. I'm like, oh, what a sweet man,
And then they set him on. I thought we were friends to the end. This is the end, friend.
Oh yeah.
Oh, then the ending lingers forever. Come on.
It does last a little bit long, but does it last as long as Alice making that cup of coffee?
It's longer. His arm pops out. That still works. And his
yeah.
Knock it off.
I dig it though. I dig it. It feels it feels as grounded as you can make a movie that's about a killer voodoo doll.
I know. I'm not going to win this fight, so.
Yeah.
I went Friday the 13th. But the poll in the chat, 57% Child's Play to 43% Friday the 13th. Not too far away, so put up a fight.
That's pretty close for a 2 seed versus a 3 seed. That's good.
But
I dig it.
Child's Play's moving on to the Killer 8. We'll see how it goes. All righty. You chat are doing great. A lot of votes tonight. I really appreciate it. Let me go ahead and get rid of that one. I'll save the best one for last. Next up, we have The Burning versus, this is a tough one for me, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. This is a tough one for me. And I don't know where I'm going to go.
This one's easy for me.
You're going Dream Master, aren't you?
I've only seen The Burning once, and I was kind of let down. I'm going to say Nightmare Part 4, because the last time I watched those movies to do my ranking, that one like jumped. It like leapfrogged a couple that I thought would be in front of it. I really enjoyed Part 4 a lot more than I ever had in my life. And I know The Burning's got like moments and everything like that, but there's something comforting and just fun about the Dream Master. I dig it.
All right. Poll's in the chat. The poll is in the chat. The Burning was a 3 seed, and Nightmare on Elm Street was a 7. Okay. What's up, Robert the Wolf Man? Ow, ow! So, Dream Master is my second favorite in the franchise. So, definitely held in high regards from me. Alice is great. for sure. I love the scene when they keep going around the diner. That scene just sticks in my mind when I think of this movie. I like the kills. They're fun. Obviously, this is the MTV. You know, we're getting full on MTV Freddy. I love the kills in this one, personally. Especially like the asthma one when he sucks her breath out and she gets all like a fucking rubber doll.
Yeah.
And this is
isn't the bug one?
Yeah,
where she turns into the roach? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's that. That's a good one.
The soundtrack is great. There's some really good songs here. That whole scene where she like the montage where she gets ready to fight Freddy in the dream world, and she's like putting on a piece of each one of her friends, like, you know, a little like charm, like a little clothing item or whatever that she uses to like give her strength. You know, I think like I eat that shit up. Like I love montage, that baby. In a movie. Yeah, I love it. You know,
Herbert. Nightmare on Elm Street 4 destroyed the franchise.
Oh
no,
you know,
that was 5.
It does get a little silly, but I do think 5 is the part, at least for me, Herbert, where it pushes it over, because then I'm just like, oh, at some point they're going to be like, Freddy came back through, like, it's just anything. Like now it's a baby can have a dream and think about Freddy and bring him back. Like, what the hell's going on? And that to me is where I was like, they've ran out of ideas, you know, at that point.
That kid's annoying as fuck. Just saying.
He's no Miko Hughes. That's for sure.
He was in an episode, or maybe a couple episodes, or just one of Full House. He was Stephanie made fun of him, and then then they became friends. They called him like Duckface. So, Ashton, why am I canceled? I didn't even do anything.
Matt's canceled just because.
I've been doing pretty good tonight. Pretty good.
Cropsy for Prez, says Dean. Dean Renner says Cropsy for Prez. That would be hilarious.
Fight the Good Fight says Cropsy 2024. So
there you go.
If you guys aren't thinking about voting in this election, you can always write in Cropsy, and then people will be like, "Who the fuck is that?" Just go with it. Buccaneer Bruce, he said, "Nah, 5 killed the franchise."
I think so.
Me too.
Yeah, I think so.
Dynamite Tiger, what's up, brother? How the hell are you, my friend?
What's happening?
Okay, so you said Nightmare. YouTube and Instagram were split, so it was 1 apiece. So now we're up to 2 for Nightmare. Let me check a look at the poll real quick. Yeah, that's one-sided as well. We'll go ahead and end it. The poll, 75% went with A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4.
Wow.
So yeah.
The power of the franchise, right? I mean, what I'm seeing here is like when you have a franchise movie pitted against a non-franchise movie, it's tough. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what I say. So I'm gonna be nice.
Your favorite movies are getting knocked off the list, Matt. It's terrible.
No, I don't. The Burning is good. I think it's the raft scene's fantastic, but I think a lot of people maybe overhype The Burning. To be honest, it's good, but I don't know if it's like awesome good.
I thought it was going to be great, and it felt like 25% of it was the one guy trying to pressure his girlfriend into having sex. I felt like was such a big part of the story. I'm just like, man.
Oh wait, never mind. That was the best part. I promise I'll go longer next time.
Like you can tell that Harvey Weinstein wrote this movie. It's
I need you guys to have sex now.
Yeah.
I mean, the girl was cute, but it is what it is. Okay, I'll go with the Dream Master as well. I guess it's more fun than The Burning. Yeah. So, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 is moving on. Wow, this is shaping up to be what we already knew it was going to be. the big 3 versus Chucky, I guess, because he's like the only outcast.
Yeah. Well, and she says The Burning deserves a remake. It has potential. And I think, you're right. It's like, those movies like The Prowler and The Burning and My Bloody Valentine, like it would be fun to see them reimagined and modernized, for sure.
I disagree. Only good kill in The Burning is the raft kill. I think there's a bunch of good kills in it. To be honest. It is what it is. It's good. I mean, if I'm gonna have to pick, I'm gonna pick Friday the 13th Part 2 over The Burning. They came out the same year. Both camp slashers.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with part 2 all day. All righty. That left one big bad boy to go. I saved the big one. I saved the big one. I don't know who's gonna win this one. I don't. All righty. We got 2 members of the big 3 entering this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. They both wear white masks. Okay. Neither one of them talks. They both have small penises, and they both have sisters that, one we knew about, the other we didn't know about till the 9th movie. But it is what it is. We got Halloween 2, 1981 versus Friday the 13th, the final chapter. What most people say is the prototypical slasher formula. One of the best slashers of all time. Versus Halloween 2, beloved sequel. Let's see who wins.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Very curious. And let me see. Halloween 2. Now, these are both low seeds, too. Halloween 2 is an 8 seed. This is going to be interesting. Halloween 2. And the final chapter was a 12 seed. Critics do not like these movies.
Yeah, well, they were terrible about those in the 80s. Yeah. It was pretty unfair. Especially if the Rotten Tomatoes scores that I'm seeing about Terrifier 3 are correct, then I'm like, man, the way they graded them back in the 80s and 90s was just totally different than the way they, grade them now.
Terrifier 3 getting like 90% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Something like that. Yeah, it was like 86% or something like that, where I'm like, okay. And the best Friday the 13th movie is like 38%. Like, what the hell is going on?
It's the same shit. Let me see. You may want to go look. Terrifier 3 right now is critics a 76%, audience 89.
Oh wow. Yeah. See, and 76 is pretty high for like where the critics would put, a horror movie, especially something that's that like over the top, Siskel and Ebert would like their heads would explode like from scanners if they watched Terrifier 3. Yeah.
They would, we'll give it a 0 out of 5 stars. Guaranteed.
It just celebrates this man killing all these women. I'm like, you guys watch half the movie? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
This one for me, man, Halloween 2 was my introduction to the franchise, and I got such a soft spot for it. I love Dick Warlock's interpretation of Michael. I like the way that he looks and moves, and there's some good kills in there. Some of the side characters I really enjoy. I don't really appreciate that much that Laurie is so sidelined. And I wish that Loomis, entered the story like a little bit sooner. It seems like there's a big gap like in the middle where we just don't really like see him for a bit. And then, I mean, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, to me, it's my second favorite in the franchise after Jason Lives. It used to be my favorite in the franchise. So those two kind of swapped spots. And I think it's Joseph Zito's best. Everything that he learned in the Prowler, I feel like he did even better in the final chapter. The end of the final chapter sort of drags a little bit for me because they just sort of go back and forth between the two houses and everything. But oh man, this one is tough because Halloween 2 is a great follow-up to the original, but I think I got to go final chapter here just because it's such a quintessential slasher. It has like, when I think of what a slasher is, this is one of the first movies I think of for sure. So I got to go Friday the 13th, the final chapter on this one.
All right. Put the vote in for that. The poll's pretty close. I'm going to let it ride for a little bit, just in case anybody else didn't vote. Let me see. I'm a little different when it comes to the final chapter. A lot of people have that as their favorite. I kind of think it's a little overrated. I don't rewatch that one that much, to be honest. I watch 2 and 3, and I kind of stopped. I don't really watch 4, to be honest. Halloween 2, I was down on for most of the time. That was definitely towards the back half of my ranking. Didn't give it its due. Didn't respect anything that it did. And I don't know why, because it feels like 78. He looks similar to 78. Obviously, the same mask, so of course. Dick Warlock's a little robotic, but I mean, obviously, he just fell off a fucking roof, got shot a bunch of times. So, yeah, he's a little sore. We get it. Love the hospital aesthetic. Creepy. Very isolated and desolate, which you think there'd be more people at the fucking hospital, but I guess not. Yeah. I love the opening when he's just walking. He goes into Elrod's house. I love that shot of him standing behind. Beautiful.
Yep.
Dr. Loomis owns this movie.
Having Dean Cundy like shoot the sequel, I think that's like the real glue that makes Halloween 2 feel like a Carpenter movie. Is the same cinematographer. That's just like that does such a great it's such a great service to that film.
Okay, and if I'm gonna, both of these third acts are fantastic. Friday the 13th does get a little annoying, like we said. They go back and forth between the fucking houses. That's kind of I'm not a fan of that. But obviously, Jason's demise is great.
Yeah.
But then Michael's demise is great too. It's time, Michael. I mean, come on.
Yeah. It's tough.
Hot tub scene,
Yeah.
Hot tub.
Well, and that's like that's what I was gonna say. Like Nurse Karen is great, but I'll take Judy Aronson all day. That's my gal right there.
Fuck you too, Polly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. All right. I'm gonna go Halloween 2. I'm going Halloween 2. Makes it 2-2, depending on the chat. I'm just growing to really, really love and appreciate Halloween 2 a lot more over the years.
It's really damn good.
Got a bunch of copies of it on physical media. I don't know why, but I do. We got the pumpkin over here. I mean, beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Halloween 2. And
there it is.
Let me see how many people's in here and how many votes. I think that's about it. So I'm going to close the poll, ladies and gentlemen.
Boom.
And the winner is, I repeat, the winner is Halloween 2.
Wow. There it is.
55% to 45%. Knocking out the final chapter, which whenever I had everybody fill out the brackets prior to doing this, the final chapter was picked to win a bunch of them. So, if you picked it, sorry.
You'd think it would make it to the last round, right? You think it would be final four material at least, right? Yeah.
That eliminates another Friday the 13th. We knocked out a couple Friday the 13th. Actually, all of them except for one. So,
wow.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, after the Slasher 16, we have the Killer 8, which are the original Nightmare on Elm Street, A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. This is bullshit. We have Halloween 4. We have Friday the 13th Part 2. We have Child's Play. We have Halloween 2. We have another Nightmare on Elm Street. You people pissing me off. You're not doing a good job of this voting. The Dream Warriors, or my bad, Dream Warriors.
There you go.
And the fucking long shot to win the whole thing, ladies and gentlemen. Sleepaway Camp 2.
It is amazing. It's amazing that one's in there when you list off all the others. Oh.
Sleepaway Camp 2. I'm sorry to say your road is over probably this next time. So
yeah, what are the Vegas odds that Sleepaway Camp 2 gets knocked out in the first round?
Probably looking at about plus 5,000 right now for them to win. So that's not going to happen.
You'd have to wager $1 million to earn 100.
It's not most likely not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, this wasn't just me in the guest choosing this. So this is Instagram, YouTube, which surprisingly, the YouTube polls, they really do get great numbers, surprisingly, and they a lot of votes for those. So thank you all for voting, whoever did. Half you probably don't watch this channel anyway. You just saw the poll and voted, but it still counted as interaction. So I appreciate it.
And if you don't watch the channel, then hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like the stream, please. Come on, like the stream. That's the least you could do. It's free. Subscribing's free, so do that.
Yeah, you don't even just, drop a comment. Nobody ever comments anything, ever. I don't care what you say. Say, I suck. I don't really care. Just put a comment down.
I'll jump in the comments and be like, that Davey guy, never again. Vote him off the island.
Signed by Davey Deathray. So he kicked himself off the show. Yeah, Dean, you're not wrong. He says Sleepaway Camp 2 is going to get railroaded.
Yeah. Probably no matter which movie it faces. Maybe if it goes up against Nightmare 4, maybe there would be people that would be like, you know what? Because there are some people that like Nightmare 4, and then there are other people. I think we saw it tonight where it's sort of like, F that movie. That's where the whole franchise loses it,
Wow.
Maybe.
Wow. Vote that Matt guy off. Why?
Oh no.
You're always here though, so you must like me a little bit. You keep coming back. And glad to have you, Ashton. Glad to have you, even if you cancel me every single time. Alley Girl says Halloween 2 over any of them.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Whoa. Alex, I'd vote for Sleepaway Camp 2 over all of them, except for Child's Play. Wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. There's Dean Renner coming in with rubber baby buggy bumpers. What's that from? I know I heard it before. What's it from?
I'm trying to think on the fly right now, but
rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Why it's
Rugrats, but there's no way.
Last Action Hero,
Rubber Baby,
The Simpsons. I think it's just one of those, little tongue twisters.
Last Action Hero. Yeah, never seen it. I'm assuming
Last Action Hero is really good.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Or no?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but it's a really cool kind of meta action movie.
If I'm going to watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, I'm going to stick with Jingle All the Way. I'm just saying.
There it is. Put that cookie down.
Put that cookie down. Oh, these cookies.
Well, Jamie, I am your father and I love you. Friggin' Anakin Skywalker just being a bitch.
It's like the cringiest. He's so cringy in that movie. He goes to his bedroom and puts the fucking belt on his head.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Get out of my room. I hate you.
You're my favorite customer.
You're my number one customer.
Oh, number one customer. All right, there it is.
Him and Sinbad are fighting the entire time. That movie.
Sinbad's great. I do like that movie. That movie's fun. I saw it in the theater. I was probably too old to see it in the theater, but really enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I did not. Then they made a second one that nobody asked for.
No.
You didn't know that?
Who's in the second one? How do you replace Arnie?
Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh.
And instead of a Turbo Man doll, it's about a teddy bear, I believe, that talks.
Stupid.
It's terrible.
Stupid.
It's bad. Dynamite, who doesn't remember Kindergarten Cop? It's not a tumor.
Yeah, Kindergarten Cop's classic. Another movie with Miko Hughes in it. Miko's getting all sorts of play here.
Girls have a penis. Girls have a vagina.
Oh, yeah.
Miko's good. Miko Hughes was in Full House as well a bunch of times. He seems like a dope dude. Talked to him a few times. I like this. I love the celebrities that talk back. They're
for sure.
It's nice, even if it's something small.
Yeah, Miko's pretty chill. Like I've been, hanging out with Cecil from the Horror Show channel and all that. You guys in the chat, and I'm sure Matt, the whole Dylan's New Nightmare connection there. So after Days of the Dead, we went and got dinner with Miko, and it was in this little private room, and it was just what was cool about it is it was just a bunch of people hanging out. There was no real industry talk. It was just shooting the shit, eating food. Fun hangs.
All right, so let me see this real quick. So which out of those 8 movies, which one do you think is going to take the whole thing? Now there's only 8 left.
I would say out of those, I wouldn't be surprised if Dream Warriors takes the whole thing. because people have so much love for that one. Gosh, I guess the only one I could see knocking it off would be the original Nightmare out of all of those.
Oh, I mean, let me see.
But maybe I'm wrong, because Allie's saying Halloween 2 over everything. Like you could maybe all the Halloween fans really come out on that one.
All right, let me see. I got the matchups right here, so I can tell you who's going up against who. Let me.
All right.
Finish the next. Okay. Unbelievable Sleepaway Camp 2. Still, I can't believe it. It's going to be going out though. It's going to be getting murdered, like somebody said. It's getting railroaded. Sleepaway Camp 2 is going up against Dream Warriors, so that's getting murdered.
That's rough.
Halloween 2 is going up against Child's Play. I think Halloween 2 is going to win.
Probably.
But I got to put the polls out, so I'll be putting those out probably starting tomorrow. Friday the 13th Part 2 versus Halloween 4. So that's going to be a good one.
Oh, damn.
That's going to be a good one. And the final one, unfortunately, Dream Master's going up against the OG Nightmare. So let's see where that one's going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one.
This is gonna end up being Nightmare versus Nightmare, and I'm gonna be really mad.
Probably. That's what I would say.
Well, my vote counts for 3 in the final, so beat that. Right. Nightmare on Elm Street. Never gonna win. Never
gonna sleep again and never gonna win.
Nope. You thought this was like a democracy? I lied. It was until now, and now it's over. No, I'll let it be a democracy for the Killer 8. When it gets to the final 4, then the chat.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, man. I'm pumped to see what comes out on top. What is the king of 80s slashers?
And that's gonna be next Tuesday, I believe. I'm going to be doing that show. So that will be it. Next 2, wrapping it up, picking the winner of the 80s /Tober Slasher Showdown. It's been fun. Once the views have been good, so next year I'll probably do another one. Probably.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I guess there got to be a 90s slashers. I guess enough to fill out a bracket. Maybe not.
Even if it's not slashers, you could just do 90s horror, right? You could have two. You could have 2 different. They do like 2 different conferences for sports. You could do like supernatural horror, and then you could do like slashers. So you could have a bracket for, or just like slashers and then every other subgenre.
You have to, because I'd have to. How could I go without putting The Faculty in there? That's one of my favorite movies from the 90s.
The 90s had all sorts of different kind of horror, weird. But yeah, it was an odd. It is an odd decade for sure.
So we will see. But anytime I can get the Davey the Deathray on the channel is always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, because he's a busy man over on his channel, pumping out content left and right.
Man,
you need to take a break.
Been crazy. Yeah. No, Thanksgiving's going to be, or November's going to be nice, because all I have to worry about really is talking about Thanksgiving, because I love that movie so much. It'll be a little more chill. But holy cow, I'm super pumped to be hopping on over here. The goal for October was to be really busy with the channel and just see what sort of ground we could gain and how we could build the community. And there's a bunch of familiar faces and relatively new faces in the chat that I'm seeing. So really appreciate everyone for coming out and checking out this stream and hopping on over to my channel as well and hanging out there. So
you
guys are awesome.
His link is down below. So if you're not subscribed to Davey, go do it. He's killing it. I probably already saw this, but who do you have coming up on Late Night with the Davey tomorrow?
I've got Damien Maffei popping up on. It'll be Wednesday the 10 p.m. Eastern. Damien Maffei. We're going to be talking. He's a big horror fan, so we're going to talk about like his horror fandom and maybe a little bit about some of his movies and everything. But it'll be sort of just celebrating the genre during spooky season. So I'm really looking forward to that. Tomorrow I'm going live at 8 p.m. Eastern. I've got a new series debuting that's called How to Make It Better. And we're going to be talking about the David Gordon Green Halloween trilogy. So each week I'm going to take on a different movie and, just kind of go through all the things that I would change that I think would make it even better. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to doing that. I thought about doing that as a pre-recorded thing, but it's going to be more like a live sort of essay, and then I'll jump into the chat every now and then. So if you guys like to listen to me blah, 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 tomorrow night on the Davey Deathray channel at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be talking Halloween.
Oh, wait. Yeah, today is only Monday. I'm so used to going live on Tuesdays that I was like, yeah, tomorrow.
You tripped me up too. I was like,
I'm also going live tomorrow night again.
Hell yeah.
But 9 p.m. With Cody from Dude Who Loves Movies. We're celebrating the 30th anniversary of Little Giants, one of our favorite football movies of all time. Watched it as a kid all the time. So we talked and we both loved it. So we figured, why not do a watch long? Not sure that many people will show up because it's not a horror or anything. So not expecting a big crowd, but still want to watch it with Cody because, you know, he loves it and I love it. And Spike don't care because Spike don't play with girls. So that is what we're going to be doing tomorrow.
Little Giants is great.
Love
great. Isn't that Rick Moranis and Ed O'Neill?
Yep. And,
right. I saw that one in the theater. Their little Jamie Hart line right there. Yeah.
Oh man. And Devin Sawa's in it. It was a little
shit.
12-year-old. Yeah. So it's gonna be good. And I think Spike went on to play in, was he in Brink? The Disney Channel movie? I think he was. He played on some Disney Channel movies and shit. When I see his face, I'm like, oh my god, Spike. Because he don't play with girls. Icebox, yep. Oh god, it's such a good movie. There's Brett Patrick. That is a new name in the chat as well. So thanks for dropping in. And Allie,
what's
girl,
happening, Brett?
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that, but I still like you anyway.
Well, Allie, so you should tune in because you know each episode is going to affect the one after it. So maybe you'll like my idea for Halloween Ends. You know, just tune in and see.
Make Corey Cunningham appear earlier, and that would make a lot of people happy, and just don't have him push Michael over like he's a piece of paper, which that didn't bother me at all. So I don't really give a fuck. So.
Yeah, body slam.
Ashton, I liked Exorcist Believer, so I'm just a DGG lover. That's all.
I need to see that. I haven't seen that one yet. I heard it just falls off the rails at the end, but I heard like most of the first half of the movie is pretty good.
It's fine. I mean,
yeah.
Dave McRae's obviously picky as hell, but he was like, it's fine. It's not the worst movie ever made. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not a big
I think people were just
guy.
I think when it like after Halloween Ends, it was like it's like people's patience was just sort of like at the brink, right? It's almost like, you know, it's like when you're an NFL head coach and you've lost a bunch of games and then you lose a game you're supposed to win, you know, like when you're Doug Peterson and you go to London and you lose these, you know, it's like you're almost like, ooh. And I feel like when Believer came out, everyone was still sort of reeling from, you know, the mixed thoughts on what happened with Halloween for sure.
The best part of Halloween Ends was the end credits. Well,
not even the opening credits. They're pretty good too.
I love Halloween Ends with all my heart. So no matter what anybody says,
I like it.
Doesn't matter to me. Not one bit. And see, I love Exorcist Believer that I have a steelbook, and I don't even like The Exorcist, the original. So fuck that. There you go. See, you never know. I'm not predictable at all, and I don't switch my opinions just to be cool, fit in. So
yeah.
Oh well.
Got to stay true to yourself. You know, I think the big thing is, you know, regardless of what your opinion is, it's, you know, being able to articulate why you feel a certain way about a movie and to be able to, you know, to discuss the, you know, just the ins and outs of it all. I think that's the most important part. And that all that does is create a smarter audience. And the best thing about the audience being smarter and having those conversations is it's going to demand that we get better art from the, you know, from the creators.
Not like the people that are just like, why is that movie bad? And they're like, I don't know, I just didn't like it. Okay. You got to say why.
I love it. I did a short on the Evil Dead 2013 and somebody was like, Evil Dead sucked. And I was like, well, how can I responded?
What?
How can I was like, how can I, you know, argue with that amazing, like airtight thing that you just put together? Thanks for the engagement.
Evil Dead 2013 sucked.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say that.
But at least tell me why. I mean, whatever.
Maybe because it wasn't like the original, I guess.
I think it is kind of like the original, but yeah, I mean,
I loved it. It's my favorite one.
I think it's amazing. Yeah. It proved that like you can do Evil Dead without Ash, which is incredible. No one thought that was really possible. It's sort of like doing a Nightmare on Elm Street without Robert Englund, and they made it work. And then Evil Dead Rise, even though, it's not my favorite, like it's still an entertaining movie. There's no bad movies in the Evil Dead franchise as far as I'm concerned.
Real quick before we get out of here, I saw I can't find it. Somebody mentioned about the their Mount Rushmore of horror icons.
Oh yeah. I saw that earlier.
I know I saw Ash was on it, and I can't remember the rest. That's a good topic that always comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Who's on the Mount Rushmore of horror? And obviously for every person it's going to be different. I mean, it's probably not always going to be the same. Probably more than likely, Michael's probably going to be on everybody's, and
yeah, depending on when you grew up, I think, and especially, if you do a Mount Rushmore of villains and then a Mount Rushmore of like the heroes or something like that. Like for me, the Mount Rushmore is pretty basic, right? It's like I would think of it. I was born in the early '80s, so I would think of it as Michael, Jason, Freddy, and probably Leatherface. And maybe Ghostface instead of Leatherface, because I'm also part of that generation. But if you're younger, like you might say like Ghostface and Victor Crowley and Art and like who knows. So it is interesting to have that conversation for sure. I'd like to think that Michael would be on everyone's. I still think he's the king of the hill for me, especially with how strong I feel about the David Gordon Green Halloween movies. I just feel like Michael's sitting there waiting for somebody to challenge him,
There's Dean, Leatherface, Michael, Jason, Freddy.
Yeah, that's solid.
Jeff Bass, Leatherface, Jason the Shape, Ash Williams.
I like that you put the good guy in there. I like that. That would be really tough for me, is to try to mix the two on the same Jason, Mount Rushmore.
Freddy, Michael, Chucky.
That's fair.
Michael, Jason, Ghostface, and the fourth one's hard. The fourth one's hard for me. I don't know.
Even though I'm not the biggest Freddy fan, I just have to acknowledge like how big he was. Like he and Jason made horror mainstream in the 80s,
so it's like to be, I guess.
Regardless about how I feel about those movies, whether or not they're my favorite, like, got to throw your flowers out to Freddy for sure.
Jamie says Michael, Jason, Freddy, Pinhead.
Yeah.
Ashton, Michael, Chucky, Ash, Freddy. Dynamite, Freddy, Jason, Michael, Chucky. I just can't put Chucky on there. I know he has a lot of movies, but I can't put him on there. He's standing down there, little baby statue. But that's about it.
Yeah.
That's a good topic for a stream someday, I think.
For sure.
Like you said, the good one, the villains, and maybe final girls of horror, Mount Rushmore. Yeah. That's a good topic. Might have to go into that one later down the road a little bit, I'm thinking.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So what else do we got coming up? We got Little Giants tomorrow, next week Slasher Showdown, and then the end of October. I don't know. I don't know. I figure something.
We've got
Lee coming on, I saw at the end of the month.
Yeah, Lee will be on Wednesday the 30th. So, Halloween Eve, Lee from Drum Dums is going to be on, and we're going to be talking about 1988 in horror and just all the great horror movies that came out that year. There's so many. It's crazy, guys. I'm sure you can think of some off the top of your head, but if you Google it, it's a pretty incredible lineup that came out back then in 88. So we're going to chat about that. And then Matt, you and I are going to be back on Monday the 28th for Start Bench Cut. We're going to be doing Halloween movies, candy, activities, like whatever. We're going to do Start Bench Cut. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
So we'll be back for that. I think I might just do that would be what, the 29th, I think, is the day after. I think I might just do a little I don't know, just a little Halloween party stream type of deal. Just come hang out, talk.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. I think is what I'm going to do. I don't really have anything else planned. And then November, I don't know. Take it a little bit easy, I guess. Kick back. Watch Thanksgiving. Steelbook should be coming tomorrow or the day after, so I'm excited to get that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's exciting. But always a pleasure having Davey on the channel. Look forward to checking out your interview on Wednesday. I'll probably drop in tomorrow to say hello before mine.
Sweet.
That's what we do here. We've got a great community, great chat tonight. It was really, really flowing nicely. Appreciate all the voting. Appreciate all the likes on the video. That means a lot. Subscribe to Davey if you're not, like I said. And after this video ends, go down in the comment section and write anything you want. Anything at all. Don't care what it is.
It could just be like blah, 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 on the keyboard.
Bunch of letters. I don't care. I really appreciate it. And if you got anything else to do, don't have anything else to do tonight, watch some Davey videos, watch some my videos,
there it
enjoy.
is.
A lot of content for both of us. So enjoy. And I will see you guys if you're going to come tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night. But Davey, always a pleasure, my friend. And you have a good night, my friend. And so do you, chat. You guys are awesome. Good night.
Take care, everyone.
And number 3, never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back.
I'm getting another beer. You want one?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back.